Translator's Forward. The aim of this work is to present to English readers what Muslimin, the world over, hold to be the meaning of the words of the Qur'an and the nature of that book, in not unworthy language and concisely, with a view to the requirements of the English Muslimin. It may be reasonably claimed that no holy scripture can be fairly presented by one who disbelieves its inspiration and its message, and this is the first English translation of the Qur'an by an Englishman who was a Muslim. Some of the translations include commentation offensive to Muslimin, and almost all employ a style of language which Muslimin at once recognize as unworthy. The Qur'an cannot be translated. That is the belief of the traditional sheikhs, and the view of the present writer. The book here is rendered almost literally, and every effort has been made to choose befitting language, but the result is not the glorious Qur'an, that inimitable symphony, the very sounds of which move men to tears and ecstasy. It is only an attempt to present the meaning of the Qur'an, and peradventure something of the charm in English. It can never take the place of the Qur'an in Arabic, nor is it meant to do so. Before publication, the work has been scrutinized word by word, and thoroughly revised in Egypt with the help of one whose mother tongue is Arabic, who has studied the Qur'an and knows English, and when difficulties were encountered, the translator had recourse to perhaps the greatest living authority on the subject. Every care has thus been taken to avoid unwarrantable renderings. On the one or two occasions where there is departure from the traditional interpretation, the traditional rendering will be found in a footnote. Well, translation is more important than the traditional interpretation. You want to be fundamentalist, not conservative. The translator's thanks are due to Lord Lloyd for an introduction of great use in Egypt, to Dr. F. Kenko for supplying him with old meanings of Arabic words not to be found in dictionaries, to Muhammad Ahmed al-Ghamrawi Bey of the Cairo College of Medicine for his invaluable and patient help with the revision of manuscript, a work which occupied 3 months, to the Sheikh Mustafa al-Maraghi, former rector of Al-Azhar University, for his advice and guidance in the revision, and to His Excellency Fuad Bey Salim al-Hijazi, by whose effort such revision was made possible. The Mushaf copy of the Qur'an, which has been used throughout, is a lithographed copy of that written by Al-Hajj Muhammad Shakar Zadeh at the command of Sultan Mahmud of Turkey in 1249 Al-Hijra. In their introduction and the notes to individual surahs, Ibn Hisham Bulakhed 1295 Al-Hijra has been followed, with occasional reference, as much later, much abbreviated, and more critical Life of the Prophet by Ibn Khaldun, published as an appendix to his Tariq Bulakhed. Other seerahs, like that of Abu Fida, late in date and uncritical, have been read but not followed. Of commentators, Al-Baidawi and Zamakhshari must be mentioned, while for reference during the work of revision, the brief commentary of Al-Jalalain was kept at hand. Wahidi's Asbabu Nuzul has been largely consulted, and for the authenticity of traditions, the translator has relied upon Bukhari. And I've looked at other translations, so I guess we'll get into the introduction.